Unit 13 Motion and Forces, Lesson 1, Grade 7 Subject Science, Section Physics. Hello to dear all students, welcome to today's lecture. Our today's lecture is about motion and forces. Let's have an introduction about this unit. In this unit we will learn the rest and motion, speed, velocity, acceleration, and finally we will learn about the forces. Okay, dear students, when we look around us, we will see different objects that they are at rest and some of them are in motion. For example, a book lying on the table, it is at rest, and a table, or we can say a chair, it is at rest. They're at rest. But some of other objects, they are in motion. For example, the earth is moving around the sun and it is in motion, and all things or objects on the surface of the earth, they are also in motion with respect to the sun. Okay, dear students, let's have a definition about rest and motion. So what is actually the rest? A body is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with respect to its surroundings. For example, a book is at rest and it doesn't change its position with respect to the table. And if a body changes its position with respect to its surroundings, then the body is said to be in motion. For example, the earth around the sun, it is in motion, and all objects on the surface of the earth are in motion. Remember, dear students, that the rest and motion are relative. That means an object may be in motion with respect to another object, but may be stationary with respect to a third object. Okay, dear students, let's suppose that we have there is two persons in a train and they're traveling to somewhere. So suppose that this person B and C, they are in the train and they are traveling across the person that who is standing along the way, and the person B is in motion according to the person A, but the person C is at rest according to person B. Okay, dear students, here we have different kinds of motion. The first one is rectilinear motion, which is in a straight line motion, or we can say that they are a straight line motion. The second one is the circular motion, the motion along the circumference of a circle. The third one is the rotational motion, motion of a body around fixed line, or the fourth one is the periodic motion, the to and fro motion. A rectilinear motion is the motion of the car along the road. The circular motion is the motion of a body along the circumference of a circle. But the rotational motion, it is the motion of a body around a fixed line, like the motion of the earth around itself. The periodic motion is the to and fro motion, or we can say the motion of a pendulum, or the motion of a clock hand. Okay, dear students, here we have some different topics, some different concepts in motion. That the first one is distance. And the second one is displacement. If If you remember, dear students, that we have studied the vector quantities and the scalar quantities, and we said that the scalar quantities, they are the quantities that they have just magnitude. It means that they have just the amount of the body. For example, when we say that the weight of an object is equal to 40 kilogram. But when we mention its direction, it's called to be vector. It means that the vector has both direction and magnitude. So in distance also we have these concepts. Distance is the travel path. Distance is the travel path from point A to point B. The travel path from point A to point B is called as the distance. But displacement is the shortest way from point A to point B. It means that in displacement we need to mention its direction. For example, suppose that you're traveling from Mazar to Kabul. This is called the distance between Mazar and Kabul. The all travel path is called the distance, but displacement is the shortest way from Mazar to Kabul. Or we can say that Mazar, the distance between Kabul to the displacement between Kabul to Mazar is about 230 kilometers, and the distance between Mazar and Kabul is 460 kilometers. Also here we can say that the distance is a scalar quantity and the displacement is a vector quantity. Why? Because in displacement we are going to mention its direction, but in distance we will not mention its direction. Okay, dear students, how do we know about the fastness or the slowness of a body or an object? We can say the fastness or the slowness of a body is defined as a speed of that object. For example, when we want to know about the speed of an object, we can say that this body is how much fast or slow. So we can say that the speed is the fastness or the slowness which is measured in terms of physical quantity, and the speed is defined as the travel distance of an object in period of time. The formula that is prepared for the speed of an object is equal to the travel distance or the time takes. For example, if a bus covers a distance of 40 kilometers in 1 hour, then how much is its speed? Okay, dear students, here we have an example. If a bus covers a distance of 40 kilometers in 1 hour, then how much is its speed? A bus covers a distance of 40 kilometers. It means the distance is equal to 40 kilometers, and the time that it takes is equal to 1 hour. Then find its speed. Dear students, remember that the unit of speed, SI unit of speed, is meter per second. And here we need to change 40 kilometers into meter. Then 40 times to the 1000 of meters. As you know, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Then it is equally to 40,000 of meters. And we need to change 1 hour into second. As you know, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And then it is equal to 60 times to the 60 seconds, because every minute is equal to 60 seconds. And finally, we have here 3600 seconds. As we studied, the speed of the body is equal to distance which is traveled by an object over the time that it takes. Finally, it is equal to the 40,000 of meters over 3,600 seconds. It's equal to after dividing 400 over 36, we can say that it is equal to 400 over 36 meters per second. Okay, dear students, I hope that you learned from this lecture. Goodbye.